How you doing? I am your General and War Chief, Laxivrak. How are all you braves doing today? I was just sitting here talking to Cable. I was sitting here talking to Cable. 1990. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. I was just sitting here talking to Cable. 1994 Cable. And he said to me, Lack. He said, Lack, I'm not actually Cyclops' grandson. They just made that shit up. I'm my own guy. I'm my own badass guy. That's what he told me. And I said, good, Cable, because in 1994, I thought you were fucking cool. And then when I heard you were Cyclops' dad, or Cyclops' great-grandson, I didn't think you were that cool. But I was sitting here talking to Cable, and we're waiting for Venom to come by, but he hasn't fucking showed up yet. So hopefully he will. Because I like that guy. Outstanding!
Now, let's bite their heads off and pile their bodies in the corner. Pile of bodies. Pile of heads. He has shit that you have never seen.
Outstanding! I love that guy. That is not the Venom. When I was a kid that fought Spider-Man, that's not the same Venom. What's his name? Tom Hardy? Ed Hardy. No, Tom Hardy. Ed Hardy is Sailor Jerry's tattoo protege who fucking sold him out and sold all his shit to make fucking clothes or whatever. Learn your history, folks. Anyway, so you have to be careful where you learn it from. So Cable was asking me, he had asked me, how's the Nightwolf figure coming? And I said, well, funny you should ask. But Nightwolf, y'all may or may not remember. Yeah, hold on, what? Yes, no, that's all we don't need you anymore. Thank you. He has to go see, he's going to the gunsmiths, because he has to fix his gun. For those of you who fucking realize that. But so, some of y'all may remember what Nightwolf looked like. He beat up Frank Cannon and took his fucking sawed-off shotgun. Everyone else calls these sawed-off shotguns. You know what my dad calls them? He says he does not talk like this. I don't know why I just tried to do that. Anyway, that's called a twice-barrel carabine. Twice-barrel carabine. 2 shots. Double-barrel shotgun. But anyway, yeah. Let me see if I can get out of frame for a second. You may or may not recall. And you may have this figure even. But you may or may not recall what Nightwolf looked like before. What? His little samurai loincloth thing has been removed because that's not a loincloth because he's obviously wearing pants. His long bathrobe vest has been cut down to an actual Western style native vest. Those fucking weird shoulder things I cut off. And then he had those weird forearm things I cut off. But of course under those, see, his forearms are like... his forearms are like... Whoa, where am I, motherfucker? I'm so lost. See how it's just a piece of plastic. There's, because they knew they were gonna. Whoa! No, I knew that. They knew they were gonna mold that over, But anyway, much superior looking figure with just a short thing like this. I don't. I know a lot of maybe my subscribers, a lot of you British guys especially, right? Like y'all know what gators are. I don't know if that's necessarily what you call them in your country, but a gator also goes over the boot, correct? So like what is this? They did this same thing with not they, because this is McFarlane, but Dengar right here, the Black Series Dengar. There is an obvious misunderstanding of what the fuck is going on here. Like nobody right? Like no, obviously any of these action figure people don't know what gaiters or chaps or loincloths, or they don't actually know what any of these things are for. Like this is what do y'all think? Like is soccer is, and I'm not trying to be rude here, but like, because it's not a British thing or whatever, Hasbro or NECA, or not NECA, but McFarlane or whatever. Like, do y'all only think of like soccer players? Because that's what Hasbro's Dengar and this, like, it's like a soccer player wearing his cleats with his shin pads with his socks over him, and actually these are backwards, right? Like that's the other thing I want to say. Like I hate for this to be a critique, but like. What is this? Anybody out there that's practiced like HEMA or sports or worn or know anything about armor, or whether you're a fucking commando and you wear body armor, or you're a riot cop or whatever, any of those things. Have any of y'all ever fucking strapped a piece of fucking something to the back of your calf and left your shin open? Have any of y'all ever done that? I'm just asking. If I was a betting man, I'd say no. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video of don't give up hope on your Nightwolf. You can make him look like an actual fucking native. And not some, like, I don't know, man. People talk about how it's offensive. Like it would have been offensive to make this look like an actual native of this person's tribe, so they superheroed them all up. I find it to be the opposite, to be offensive. Like you want to represent something, but you don't want to actually represent it 100%. That is fucking disrespectful. You know what I mean? You want to know who a real native superhero who is a connotation, who is actually played by an actor who is very little native, if any, was Billy Jack. Billy Jack is a fucking native superhero. You know what I mean? And Victor's dad, was a hardcore fucking Indian. Hey Victor, your mom makes the best fry bread. Any of y'all know what movie that line is from? Do you? In the comments below, tell me if you know what that line's from. You want me to give it to you? No, you can run it back. I did it in the voice of the character, too. Your mom makes the best fry bread. Hey, this has been General Axe Sivrak. I'm just out in the war room. What was that? Who knows? But don't give hope. Don't give up. I got a Warpath coming, one of the new ones, and I'm looking for one of the vintage ones. And I think I have and I have the Supernaturals Chief Tatanka figure, but it's not complete, because those complete are expensive. But I just got one for like $7 that's incomplete, just because it's cool anyway. Anyway, this has been General Axe Sivrak. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Bok bok.